Well, hello there and welcome to Rising Borno, the path to prosperity. The month of January in Borno State has been marked by a flurry of activities aimed at advancing the state government's crucial agendas for development and transformation. Governor Professor Babagana Zulum has been at the forefront acknowledging the immense challenges posed by economic hardships and taking decisive steps to address them. Notably, 500 housing estates were allocated to resettle displaced persons in Logumani community, accompanied by essential livelihood packages such as bags of rice, maize, cows, wrappers, and 50,000 naira cash for men and 20,000 naira for women to alleviate their plight. During the commissioning of these houses, Governor Zulum reaffirmed his commitment to providing the basic needs of the people and expressed gratitude for President Tinubu's dedication to combating terrorism in the state, while also commending the efforts of the military in maintaining security.
In fulfillment of our electioneering campaign promises to the internally displaced persons in Borno State, that we shall resettle them to their original localities if voted into power. We are here in this historic community, Logomane, in order to resettle them back home after being displaced for nearly a decade.
The governor, in the course of the week, also flagged off the foundation of 8 projects to be executed by the Qatar Charity Foundation. The project comprises a school, orphanage, clinic, shops, staff quarters, sports ground, charity office, and a Jumat mosque. Marking the significant ceremony in Maiduguri, Governor Zulum also presented a certificate of occupancy of 2.5 hectares of land to the Qatar Charity Foundation. Governor Zulum appreciated the foundation for choosing Borno State for its project and assured them of his administration's commitment to provide the needed support to ensure that their objectives are achieved.
What you are doing today, inshallah, will make positive impact on our society. Inshallah, God will reward you abundantly. Borno State has a total land mass of about 72,000 square kilometers. Land is not an issue for us. We shall give you more land. And we pray that you should establish, as you have said so, in all the...
And meanwhile, His Excellency Governor Babagana Zulum also swore in 27 elected chairmen, including the first female local government chairman in the state and 29 special advisors. 7 permanent secretaries also took the oath of office at the Government House Multipurpose Hall in Maiduguri. Governor Zulum charged the newly appointed and elected officials to work for the development of the state while discharging their duties. He also urged the local council chairmen and advisors to prioritize tackling poverty, insecurity, unemployment, and devoid self-interest. He added that the new officials should work assiduously for the prosperity of the state and urged them to provide expertise and knowledge on policy development and economic matters relevant to his administration's agenda.
Subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which confers on me the powers to appoint special advisors, permanent secretaries, to assist in matters of governance and general conduct of government businesses. I therefore congratulate you all on your well-deserved appointments and elections at your respective local government areas, which was no doubt based on your proven acceptance by good people of Borno State. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, governance is a shared responsibility and delegation of powers, and authority for effective performance is geared towards improving the living conditions of the people. It is in this light that any government that wants to succeed must choose qualified and competent lieutenants to assist in the discharge of these erroneous tasks. That is why we have always been careful in selecting the right candidate for running of government. It is for this reason that we have recorded tremendous successes in the last 4 years of our first tenure of our state administration. In view of this, I wish to enjoin you to live up to the expectation of the government and people of the state, considering the fact that you are professionals in your chosen careers and experienced politicians and bureaucrats, respectively. To the special advisors, you should advise devoid of personal interest or that of a section of the state. As special advisors, you are for the whole state and must consider the interests of the state first before any other interest. Management of the little resources that we have. While congratulating all of you, the local government chairman, I urge you to discharge your duties with utmost honesty, impartiality, compassion, and fairness. You must work assiduously for the actualization of the shared prosperity mantra of our governance. The local governments are an integral part of overall development focus and strategy of the government that requires adequate attention to tackle the menace of poverty, joblessness, and insecurity. You should make effort to spread development projects across the local government and enforce discipline in the prudent management of the scarce resources. I want to reiterate that the fact that local government chairmen should remain in their localities. We have advised local government chairmen, time without numbers, for them to remain in their local government headquarters. But unfortunately, this advice had not been adhered strictly. This time around, we are very serious. We have designed measures that will ensure their presence at the local government headquarters, which is very important. And before your primary elections, we have told you that anybody who is not willing to live in his local government area should not participate in the local government primaries. At 8 a.m., at 12 a.m., 2 p.m., and then 3:30 p.m. And I want the local government commissioner to deploy the biometric data before they take over as the chairman of their respective local government councils, which is very important. Again, I advise local government chairmen to respect their members of House of Assemblies. No administration will succeed without due respect to leaders, without due respect to party leaders, without due respect to traditional rulers. It's sad to note that local government chairmen do go to their local government areas, passing by the houses of our emirs and chiefs. They will not even greet them. This is sad.
Our office is aware of the daily depletion of the service due to massive mandatory retirements. And we are happy that His Excellency has given us the green light to work out appropriate, workable, and sustainable measures to bridge the skill gaps.
Coming these challenges that true leadership emerges. I therefore employ all the chairmen to draw experiences, inspirations, and courage through His Excellency, who despite all the risks, dangers, and threats, have shown remarkable strength, courage, determination, zeal, zest, and enthusiasm to deliver good governance, which has been widely recognized, acknowledged, and appreciated.
And also at a one-day workshop for the creation of Nigeria's platform for local border authorities along Nigeria-Chad international boundary with the theme transforming borders from barriers of separation to bridges of cooperation and integration. Governor Zulum called on the stakeholders to strengthen ties and build new partnerships that will ensure broader security between neighboring countries. He spoke through the Deputy Governor of Borno State, Usman Kadafur, during the workshop which aims to develop an adaptable, comprehensive framework for border security and enhancing peaceful coexisting relationships between neighboring communities at the borders and safeguard the interests of citizens.
This workshop provides a unique opportunity for us to strengthen existing ties and build new partnerships that will contribute to the overall well-being of our border communities and nations. Understandably, therefore, our shared commitment to fostering peace, stability, and economic development in the region is underscored by the collaboration we seek to establish through this platform. It is my belief that through open and constructive dialogue, we can identify common challenges, develop initiative solutions, and implement effective strategies that will enhance the efficiency of our local border authorities.
Borno and the neighboring regions of Chad coexist peacefully, and we must take advantage of that to improve the cross-border relations between the local government authorities and the traditional authorities of Borno State and those of the corresponding region of Chad along our common Nigeria-Chad international boundary. This is a follow-up to the workshop that established the National Consultative Forum for constructive engagement, collaboration, and effective coordination of border policies and programs. The engagement will in no doubt provide avenues to promote security and economic prosperity of the border regions. This workshop would not have come at a better time owing to the rising challenges of insecurity along our border with Chad.
Borno State also played host to the 10th Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Lecture in Maiduguri, where Governor Zulum pledged to rid the state of terrorism before the end of his administration. The insecurity which affected economic and infrastructural development in the north and Nigeria tabled the platform for stakeholders to provide recommendations and solutions. The Borno State Governor said the root causes of insecurity can be tackled with crusades against corruption, improved funding for education, job creation and security synergy with traditional leaders, as well as investing in agriculture. The position was corroborated by other stakeholders from the north.
The decision to hold the 2024 annual memorial lecture in Borno State is not coincidence. Borno State has always been a key stakeholder in the affairs of Arewa and the nation as a whole. We are committed to promoting peace, unity and development in our region. I would like to extend my gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker for his patriotism and service to Nigeria. His illustrious career, particularly as the former Director General of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, and his role at the United Nations as Nigerian ambassador, which culminated in his election as the President of the UN General Assembly, is truly commendable. We are honored to have him share his thoughts with us today. As you are all aware, Sir Ahmadu Bello's legacy was loving and caring for his people, punctuality, and contributions to humanity. The late Premier of the defunct Northern Nigeria, a nation builder who labored himself tirelessly and with great track record and intelligence. The chosen theme for this year's lecture, creating pathways for peace, tackling banditry and insurgency through governance for sustainable development, is both relevant and timely. It highlights the challenges we have faced over the years, particularly in the wake of Boko Haram crisis. It is evident that good governance is crucial in curbing future insurgencies. Here in Borno State, we have undertaken various projects since assuming office with the aim of promoting good governance and tackling insecurity, banditry. Our efforts are focused on both kinetic and non-kinetic approaches to the crisis, but also looks at the root causes of the crisis. We have undertaken and still continuing projects in infrastructural development, education, healthcare and agriculture, and job creation. We firmly believe that by providing our people with the necessary tools and opportunities, we can create the enabling pathways and environment for peace and sustainable development. In our modest efforts to demonstrate how good governance can contribute to curtailing banditry, insurgency, and other forms of insecurity, we have undertaken and successfully executed many in the areas of infrastructural development, educational reforms, health care enhancement, empowerment and job creation, security collaboration. Our administration has actively collaborated with security agencies to enhance the security situation in the state. These include providing support and resources to the military, police, and other security forces to strengthen their capacities in combating insurgency. Additionally, we have established a civilian joint task force that works alongside security forces to gather intelligence, protect communities, and counter insurgent activities at the grassroots. We have strengthened the resilience of the community, and I want to bring to the kind notice of this gathering that the security situation in Borno State has improved by about 95%. And inshallah, before the end of this administration, Borno State will be completely rid of the insurgency. These achievements demonstrate our commitment to good governance and understanding of the multifaceted approach required to address banditry and insurgency. By focusing on infrastructure and development, education, healthcare, economic and security collaboration, we have shown that through effective governance, a conducive environment can be created to tackle these challenges and pave the way for lasting peace and sustainable development in Borno State. Furthermore, the pillars of good governance under our circumstances have included but not limited to fulfilling of campaign promises, restoration of livelihoods, resettlement, reconstruction, rehabilitation, catering for youth, women, the elderly, people with disabilities, inclusiveness in the decision-making process, and food security, where a majority of the population are not able to go to the farm. It is important to note that the foundation is a brainchild of the Northern Governors, established in 2009. As governors, we recognize the importance of supporting this noble cause. Therefore, we will continue to support the foundation in carrying out its mandate effectively. So, Tijani Pandey. On batch of his conclusion, he made some certain recommendations. If well implemented, will reduce the crisis in the northwest, in the northern Nigeria, as well as Nigeria in general. Today's theme, creating pathways for peace, tackling banditry and insurgency through good governance and sustainable development, is very apt. He spoke on 6 main areas that shall be looked into for us to get sustainable peace and development in the northern Nigeria. He spoke about rebuilding trust and building peace. He spoke about quality education for all, modernizing agriculture, building infrastructure, rebuilding civil service, and establishing a credible media. But to my own observation, all these observations and suggestions are very apt. But in order for us to address these challenges, I think we must address the root causes of all these problems, which is corruption in Nigeria. once you address the issues of corruption, I believe all these problems will be resolved. Lack of commitment is also a corruption, very serious corruption. Talking about quality education, where is the money? If we squander the money, then we cannot have meaningful educational development. In terms of agriculture, I spoke about modern agriculture. Modern agriculture means commercial agriculture, investing in sprinkler irrigation systems, investing in drip irrigation systems, amongst others. But we need funding. With corruptions, we shall never get it right. Then we spoke about building infrastructures. The decaying road infrastructure in Nigeria, and most especially in northern Nigeria, is a matter of great concern to all of us. Why is the funding? The money goes into the tortuous bureaucratic melting pots of the ministerial systems.
So we are putting so much resources in clearing of land and preparing it for agri-production. We are deploying technology and mechanization so that we can become agri-giants. Employment and unemployment fault. So I want to differ from my colleague and my brother, Baba Gana Umara Zulu, professor. I wish I was one. I think we need to also give emphasis to agriculture in the north as a solution to insecurity. As government must do the impossible by creating enabling environment for these things to thrive. Civil service. You pay a civil servant peanut of 100,000, 200,000. By 2027, by the grace of God, nobody will earn less than 1 million naira monthly from my farm. And I can show you a lot of civil servants will desert to become bench warmers in their offices and come to the farm. So we should look out of the box. And why I came here, it is because the founding father of the northern Nigeria today, Sir Ahmadu Bello Sardauna of Sokoto, was very, very apt when he decided to make agriculture the focus of northern Nigeria, even at independence. We are so divided on issues of ethnicity, religion, because people are bored. People are idle. People are not doing nothing. If you are busy, you will not have time for all this kind of rubbish. Sustainable development, what Zulum is doing, when people say another Zulum in Nigeria said, I know but after 2027 they'll forget Zulum. They'll now say another Babu of Nigeria. Because he has raised the bar. He has raised the bar for me and for a lot of us. So what we want to do is to surpass him, not just to match him. And you can see with jet speed, we are coming. And I hope in the 13th annual lecture that is coming by the grace of God, it will be a 3-day lecture, not just 1 day. So that in one of the days, we are going to use the farm estate we are building as venue for this lecture. Education. We have to start a new conversation as northern Nigeria on education. Our curriculum must be in tandem with what is obtainable globally. You can't go to school without skills. our teeming youths don't have skills. The regime of parading certificates is over. Artificial intelligence have taken that away. You need skills. We need to decide to say, do we need to speak English in our schools so that you don't waste another 7 years trying to learn English? The Chinese experience, the Malaysian experience, and other experiences. We need to start a conversation as Northerners on which way forward for education. The time for a confinement in a classroom to learn is over. After COVID-19, globe has witnessed tremendous change in the attitude of learning and working. People work from home. People learn from home. So even the displaced people who have been displaced by these miscreants should not lose scholarship. We should be able to deploy learning tactics through to them. It's very important.
From these impactful initiatives, it is evident that Governor Professor Babagana Zulum is not merely speaking of change, but actively implementing it in Borno State. His decisive actions are reshaping the narrative, fostering hope and driving progress throughout the region. Join us next time for further updates on the transformation of Rising Borno. Until then, have a great day.